6 years ago now, I was having a discussion with two individuals and was recalling that in my research over the last 10 years, children are becoming less physically active, less physically fit, and they're becoming more obese. It was a call to action. It was time to intervene and make a difference in the health of kids in BC.
The children that I'm most concerned about are the children who go home after school and use the TV and a video machine as a babysitting device. Action Schools BC has created a program where we as teachers, just an ordinary classroom teacher, can bring more physical activity into our classroom and get the children more physically active so that they become more fit.
So this had to be something that generalist teachers felt they wanted to do, were trained to do, and thought that it was important enough to do. So that's key. The second was looking at whether it could be effective to change physical activity behaviors. And the third level was saying, if we can increase the physical activity levels of children, do they become healthier people? And do they perform as well academically as children, directing more of their classroom time to academic endeavors?
At my previous school, they actually measured the children's bone density, they measured their muscle mass, they took their heart, they monitored their hearts, and over a space of a year and a half, they monitored the students, and there was marked improvement. So in doing just a few more minutes every day, it meant a difference in the children's physical development.
In my class for Action Schools BC, what we do is we take fitness breaks. And generally, if I forget to take a fitness break, I'm reminded by the children. They'll ask to do lunges through the hallways, walk backwards, do exercises with the balls, with the bands, grips. That helps in academics because they have the breaks. They can be intensely involved in their academics for short periods of time, and then they know they're going to get a break, and then they can come back and they can have that intensity happen again and again and again. What it has done as well is come into our school and taught them playground games, the old-fashioned things that we used to do when there wasn't a TV. They play square ball at recess. There's hopscotch squares that we had painted on. That's part of our standard equipment now in Richmond. So we've learned to take those playground games and sort of resurrect them. And we find too at recess and lunch we have far less conflicts than we used to have when the children are engaged in meaningful physical activity.
First thing in the morning or in the middle of the day, if the teacher sees the children are getting a bit sluggish, a bit unfocused, put on a video, do 3 minutes of aerobic work with the children, and then go back to work. Makes a difference. And it works. It works. That's why we're doing it here. It works.
It takes a village to raise a child. I mean, it takes a great teacher, it takes parents that are committed, it takes a larger community. So if we know that something works, I think there is a responsibility to invest in it if there's positive outcomes for health or education. It's no longer a choice, I believe it's a responsibility.